Cross Tube. We're the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. And we're here to talk to you about our Disney trip. That's why we have ears on.
4 weeks, maybe.
It was 2 weeks.
Oh.
Maybe 3.
Seems like forever. I think it was 3 weeks ago. So we compiled the questions that you guys had in the comments from last week and the week prior to that. And so we're just going to kind of run through those and answer to the best of our abilities. We are not experts by any
but we've
means.
gone twice during the
Pandemic.
coronavirus deal, so we kind of know what to expect when you go. But before we answer the questions, I thought we'd kind of just run through our trip real quick.
Okay. So we left on a Sunday morning. I had booked for the very first flight out, and then I got an email saying they changed our flight. So we got there a little later than normal, but the airports were dead. For the Magical Express, we waited maybe 15 minutes, if that.
Yes.
And that was just for the bus
That was
drive.
this time, but the last time we probably waited 40 minutes when we went in October.
Then we got on the bus. As usual, you wear a mask in the airport, you wear a mask on the bus. Got to our hotel. So this time was different because they didn't have magic
They don't
bands
send you
that
out
they
the
sent.
magic bands.
So we still wanted to use magic bands just in case your phone dies or whatever the case may be. We liked the convenience of having something on our wrist to open the door of the hotel and to do purchases if you were doing food.
They
or
are
whatever.
making it now that you can use your phone, and I think maybe your watch if you have
An Apple Watch?
Yeah.
So we went to the front desk and just had them hook up our old bands that we had. So that was the only.
But there was a problem there because hers worked because she used the same one, but I didn't want to use my orange band. I wanted to use my pink band, which was from a different trip that she hadn't planned. So then they had to get me a new band.
Yeah. So it was just a little bit of a delay. But after that, our room was ready.
We stayed at Caribbean Beach again.
Yeah, and we stayed in the Martinique building, which is closest to Riviera. If you're unfamiliar, Caribbean Beach is huge, but right next to Riviera, they share. They don't share, but there's 2 Skyliner stations within those.
The last time when we went in October, we stayed in Aruba, which was closer to the Riviera Skyliner station. But we would walk over and use the other one because you didn't have to get off.
Yeah.
To go to Hollywood Studios. But that was why we chose the Caribbean Beach, because it was in the price range that we wanted, and you can get to 2 parks on the Skyliner because buses run a little bit. You have to wait longer for the buses.
A little bit slower because of the pandemic. So with the buses, okay, so with the Skyliner, we'll go through transportation real quick. With the Skyliner, you just get your own party in the Skyliner. So if you're traveling with 2 of you, they wouldn't put more people in there. They would just put you. And this is as of right now.
But it's constantly moving, so it's quick.
And then in the buses, you have assigned seats. So the bus driver will come out and give you your assigned seats. There's plexiglass between the parties. There's no more like standing up like it used to, the cattle buses.
They have to come out and tell you which seats you're in. They're numbered, and they have to tell you which seats you're in. So you could, if you don't get, like we went out how much earlier than the parks open? Like an hour before the parks opened. And we would get on the first bus or second bus, right?
Second, yeah.
But the line was like back to the hotel.
Yeah, so our experience was that if we got there an hour before, we got to the parks an hour before. So we were at our bus stop like a half an hour before that. If we got to the parks then, they were letting people in early. So it wasn't something that's announced. I can't guarantee that it's going to happen. It was just our experience with both times that we went in October and this past trip in February, March, that we were able to get into the parks earlier. I've got my buddy coming over. Come here.
Okay, go.
Okay. You want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Can you say hi to your friends? Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Okay, blow them a kiss. Mwah. Okay. You want to play? Okay.
I'll go. Go.
Not yet. When we're done. We did not take a boat, and we didn't take a monorail this time. So
No.
we don't know the situation with those. Then that first day we went to Epcot. So Epcot to us is kind of a half-day park and always has been because there's not too many things that we...
If you get there earlier and you can get on everything quickly,
Yeah.
which there wasn't like lines, even though it was a Sunday and a weekend, because it was the week in between
festivals.
Festival of Arts and Flower and Garden. So.
And there weren't many spring breaks going. I think we had like the perfect timing. As far as waits, I've seen the Disney blogs now, and there's longer waits right now. But in our experience, we got there, we got it done.
We went to that Italian restaurant.
Yes,
It was good. Mine was good.
Somebody in the comments said, "I can't believe that you talk about hot guys and pizza."
Yeah.
I think, and didn't go to Via Napoli. Is
Okay,
that what it
so
is?
that's the one I wanted to go to, and she's like, "Oh, it's just pizza," and I was like, "Okay."
So I made a bad choice, I guess. So then
You like that one though? It was good.
So then we went and did the rides that we like. I rode Soarin' for the first time there. I didn't get sick, which I was very shocked. I loved the smell of the grass. That was cool to me. We did the Living with the Land.
Yep.
Cash really liked that. Frozen was the first ride that we went on over there.
He loved it.
I can't think. And then
There was a lot of the topiaries were really pretty. They had a lot of the plants, so we did get to see a lot of the flower and garden. But there was none of the food booths. Which then they showed the food booths on one of the videos I was watching, and they had arancini in the Italian booth.
yes.
So
And then Cash got to see his first cavalcade of that trip there. So
Yeah.
he was like
flipping out.
like ran after them, chased them down the road. It was, so if you're not familiar, instead of the parades right now, so everybody's not gathering, they'd spontaneously do cavalcades, which is like 3 to 4 characters in vehicles, and they're just heading down
sometimes they
short
walk.
paths. Yes. In Hollywood Studios, there's more than 3 to 4. There was probably 7 or 8. But they're spontaneous throughout the day, so that there's not a ton of people.
Right,
trying
so
to
you
keep
don't know
everyone safe.
when to sit there and wait for them or whatever.
Right, there's no fireworks right now, which is sad, but we understand. We hope to see those back soon. You have to wear a mask 2 years and older. So Cash was really good about wearing a mask. If he needed a break, then we would just pull over to the side and give him a snack to eat. I mean, that's all you can do at this point. Somebody asked me about the airline too, what did you do? If he was feeling like he couldn't put it on, then I would just give him his sippy cup, and he would sit by me and have a sippy or a snack. And
You can't eat or drink in line.
yes. Oh, at Disney, you cannot be in line and eating and drinking. You have to pull over to the side.
And after we got done with Epcot, we went at our hotel to the restaurant there, like by the bar. It's not good.
We didn't like it. We waited
We
forever.
ate there in October and it was okay. I think that we were just starving. But if you're staying there, try to eat elsewhere.
Our normal routine is to kind of get a light breakfast, so something like a cinnamon roll at Starbucks, or I don't know, something just light. And then we usually do a big lunch, because that's when the rush is, when people are, that's
Like
when the
a
lines are
dinner,
the
almost a
longest.
dinner at lunchtime, and then we eat something later.
Right. Just a small snack, but a good lunch. So like the prime rib or something like that, a good lunch, so that we're filled. And then get snacks and popcorn and stuff.
And then the next day we went to Magic Kingdom, which was Monday. It was pretty busy. But when we first got there, it was empty because we got in early. We got a lot of the rides done that we wanted to get done. And, we were able to pace ourselves then for the rest of the day.
Yes.
We did have lunch at Be Our Guest that day, right?
Yeah.
Did we have a reservation?
Yes, we had a reservation that time. We ate there twice through the trip because we loved it so much, but we just got on the wait list.
Yes, and if you're not lucky enough to get a reservation, just go and ask the day that you want to get in. Keep trying on the app to get a reservation, because we did all that and we ate where we wanted to.
He has a Hot Wheels set up on the ground, but it's battery operated and it's really loud, so we're making him take a break from it.
Plus we need to be watching him so he doesn't like...
Yep. He's doing okay with his leg. He's trying to get around now. We just have to keep him off of it, but he's like sliding on the floor a little bit, so he's trying to be independent. We don't want him to put any weight on it, so no standing up, right? right?
So when we were in the Magic Kingdom, Chelsea went on a ride and I took Cash and we went and got breakfast. We got the cinnamon roll and the Cash wanted the cupcake at the
Gaston's Tavern.
So there was wood chips there and he started throwing them around and everything. And I don't know if I dropped my mask at that point, but I had no mask. And I normally, like when we went in October, I made sure every day that I had one on and I had one in my bag and I forgot to bring another one. So I had to sit there and wait for her to come back because I couldn't get up. I don't know where it went.
I come walking up and she's like, I got a problem. And I didn't know, like, my mind, like, did you pee your pants? Like, well, like I didn't understand me just having a kid. And she's like, I have no mask. And I'm like, what? Oh, so I just ran to the store. They sell them in the shop. So I ran to the store and got one. We don't want to say bye yet. And got a mask. So if you're going, bring an extra mask.
Yes, put an extra mask in your purse, even
Or
if it's
two.
just one of those disposable ones, so that in case somebody's throwing wood chips and you lose your mask.
Yes.
You know?
He ate the heck out of that cinnamon roll and that cupcake, though.
But I have to say that the cinnamon roll at the Main Street Bakery is way better than Gaston's. But the cupcake, we went back because we wanted to get one, but it was closed. Like, the places to eat are not, and there was no egg rolls open when we were there
They've
either.
opened now, yeah. I saw in a blog.
So, you know, sometimes you can get like the normal things that you used to get, and other times you can't.
yeah,
So,
you just have to, you just have to kind of.
but if you like those Gaston's cupcakes, get it early.
What I've said before is if this is your first trip to Disney, I don't know that I would go during the pandemic until
I think
a
I
little
would.
bit more things have, oh, bless you, have come back to normal. I mean, the magic of fireworks and whatnot is just like overwhelming on your heart when you're there. So I don't know. If you're just going for a second, third time, or your 50th time, I'd definitely recommend going. Yes, as long as you feel comfortable traveling. So then the next day was Hollywood Studios. The difference now is for Rise of the Resistance, you can do it from your hotel or anywhere, your house, wherever you're staying at 7 a.m. as long as you have a park reservation for that. We'll go through the park reservations and the questions. I know people have that.
She got us the
Right, so you
ride.
log into your app and you just try to go as quickly as possible to get the reservations. We were able to ride that. And then, again, we got there early. We're let in early. And it's not something they advertise. I don't know if that's something that they're going to continue doing or if they just had the staff available the days that we were there. Whatever the case may be, we were able to get in early and we were really grateful for
so
that.
we got in early. We did have to wait in line from after the Skyliner to get into the park, but we headed straight to Slinky Dog Dash, and he was tall enough to ride because he had ridden
Mine Train.
Mine Train the day before, so we were really excited to
Do you
get him
remember
on there.
riding the choo-choo? And you go wee?
Yes.
What do you do on the wee?
I'll go wee.
Wee!
I'll go wee now.
Oh.
Anyway, we rode it twice. We got off and we got right back on again.
Yes, because the line was so short.
And then
Then he wanted to go do the Pew Pews, so we
Yeah.
went on Toy Story Mania.
so we did all the rides, and
Oh, and then we went to Mickey's Runaway Railway. That one we had to wait for the posted wait time was 60 minutes, I think, and we waited probably
40?
40 maybe. The longest I waited was for Tower of Terror, and that was 60 minutes, but it was posted, I think, 65 or 70 minutes, but it was less than what we waited.
and we do the child swap, so, and also we did not have reservations that day to eat, so we went to, in October we went to the Hollywood and Vine for the character lunch or dinner, and they had the characters dressed up for Halloween, and then this time they were doing it for spring, and we didn't have a reservation, we couldn't get one, but we did get in, so he was able to see the characters.
Lost his mind.
Now, the food is,
It's not as good as Beauty and the Beast, but I think it's still good.
it was tenderloin was what we ordered, but they have herbs and something on it that there's something about it that I'm just not really that crazy about. But the meat itself was good. The potatoes were good. Dessert is really good. So if your kids want to see the characters, that's about the closest that they're going to get. And there's a lot of interaction with them because there's not that many people eating in the restaurant because of the social distancing.
Right. And then you get a little autograph card at the end of it from all the characters, because typically you'd get your autograph book
He
signed.
flipped out over them, but as soon as they got a little bit close, he was like,
He was shy. But he was so excited to do dance. I don't know. He had a really good time. You could tell the difference between October and now about how much he's matured and how much he was grasping and understanding. I thought it was really fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
He was a daredevil, so he loved all of the roller coasters that he could ride. He could ride Mine Train. He could like he wasn't scared at all. He wanted to go again and again. Slinky Dog Dash he loved. I think those were the only two that he hadn't been able to go on before. He went on Barnstormer, but that was like a kiddie ride. He was like, oh. I think that was it. All right, and then next day we went to Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
That was another like half day park. So I did get the park hopper. I got the park hopper just in case we couldn't get the Rise of the Resistance things, you know, just in case we needed to go back
I
there.
figured we would use it more, but the parks
We didn't.
all close around the same times. The only one that stayed open really late was, not really late,
Epcot.
but Epcot was the only one that.
And they close at 6 or 7, right?
Don't they close at 8?
Oh yeah, it was early, and then you figure in your travel time. It's like an hour and a half taken out of your day. It just wasn't worth it. But the Animal Kingdom day definitely was worth it for us. But we were able to go on the safari. We loved it. Everest, we rode it 4 or 5 times. It was a lot. A lot. But there was a 5-minute wait. Hey, don't do that. It was a 5-minute
They
wait.
have the cavalcades there go in the river.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Navi River. No, not Navi River. What's the other one?
Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage. I was able to ride for the first time.
Daddy.
I loved it.
No.
I felt a little bit sick this time. I think because it was like first thing in the morning, and
Mommy,
Yeah.
no.
we.
Okay, so cavalcades are in the thing.
Mhm.
You said you were getting sick on that.
Yeah, I felt a little.
I didn't. I loved it.
The 3D effect with the glasses and the simulator kind of got to me that time.
I had one of my bands on though, so I was okay.
That was our last park day, so we did all that, and then we decided to go to the Magic Kingdom.
I wanted him to be able to ride Mine Train again.
And then while we were there, we were like, we
Might as
want to
well.
eat it.
I want a
The beast
steak.
again.
We didn't eat anything. Oh, lunch. We eat there every time, and I'm like, I don't like this. What is it?
I had a
Yeti.
hamburger. Yeah, the Yak and Yeti
The
fast
food,
service. Yeah,
the quick service.
you got some kind of chicken. And,
The chicken bowl. I'm just not like the chicken are like big, huge pieces like this that you have to sit there and cut. I want a bowl, I want like to just be able to eat it. I don't want like to have to sit there and cut it in a bowl. It was just aggravating to me for whatever.
I
It
don't
was
think
like
you got a- I
95
don't think-
degrees.
no, you wanted a bowl and they didn't have a bowl. You got something else. Some other kind
I
of-
don't know, orange chicken or something. But I just wasn't happy with it, and I wanted a steak really bad. So
Okay, so we didn't have reservations, and we had to ask 2 different times to try to get a table, but
the
we got
first time
one.
she was like, "Yeah, just try coming back."
Go
I was
ride a few
like,
rides.
Right. I was like, "No, you don't understand. I want a steak." So we were able to eat there again. We sat in both times. We sat in the main room. What's it called? I don't know either.
Is it the ballroom?
The ballroom. I would not recommend the cheese plate there. I would recommend the salad.
Yes, the salad's very good.
Salad and the, what is it called?
And I wish instead of those 3 desserts at the end that they would give you that cupcake, because that cupcake was amazing.
It's a chocolate cupcake with the gray stuff. You
And
know, try the gray stuff. It's delicious from Beauty and the Beast.
Like
It's-
for 4 days, the only snacks we had was that, and we got an ice cream cone one day. Other than that, we weren't really eating.
We had popcorn. Me and Cash ate popcorn a lot. But it was very nice weather, 90 degrees.
Yeah, it was hot.
So it was hot. So, you know, snacks. Like, we can't do those big turkey legs. We're just not those kind of people. So,
I could have eaten one of the egg rolls, and I'm sad that we didn't get the chicken and waffle sandwich, but there's no way I could have eaten that whole thing.
yeah, right. What else? The only ride I'd say we didn't ride that I was kind of bummed about, but I forgot until we got home, was the Jungle Cruise. I wish we had
Yeah,
gone to that one.
that was a really long line.
Yep.
So the last day then, we didn't fly out until 4, so Cash got to go in the pool, but it was like 65 degrees outside that day.
Yeah.
The weather had really changed.
Yes. Oh, we went to.
But the pool was heated and he was good, so.
He got to go down the slides, like the adult slides. They said there was no like height
Age,
limit.
yeah.
And so he was just he was flying down that. He had a blast. And now he came back and he's like, I want to go in the pool. I want to go in the pool. I'd planned for him to go in a pool and then his leg. We did go to Disney Springs one of the nights. I don't remember which night. Right? It's called Disney Springs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was like a half an hour line to get into the World of Disney.
Yeah, but it moved really fast. It only took us probably 15 minutes.
It seemed like forever.
We didn't buy all that much. We did get a couple of Pandora charms. We got our new ears.
Mm-hmm.
Cash got a few little toys.
Right, we got a few. And he always gets a bubble wand, so he loves bubbles.
And we had to buy lots of bubble refills.
Lots of bubble refills. Like we had 4 a day just on deck.
Yeah.
It kept him busy though and occupied, which was, you know, when you're waiting in line with a toddler, that's what you need. And so he's not pulling at his mask and thinking about it. You give him the bubbles.
Right.
All right. Do you want to jump into questions then?
I was trying to think if there was anything else that... Oh, and when we stay at the hotel, they say, do you want maid service or not? We opt for the no maid service. I think they give you a little bit of a credit for that too. But one day... No. Yeah. One day they came in our room and took out the dirty towels and emptied the garbage. And I was like,
But didn't like refill the towels or anything. So we think it was just like, they
accident?
forgot. Yeah. Yes. I think that's it. I would say get up early is our biggest thing. Just get up early. You're going to go to bed late. I don't think Disney...
If you're not really into all of the rides and you're just there like you just sightsee and eat and stuff, don't worry about getting there early. But for us, we want to get on all those big rides.
Yes.
So we get up early, we get to the park early, and we just start riding immediately.
Right.
And then we worry about eating.
Yes. He gets snacks and stuff, so he's taken care of, but we don't need to eat. And I was pacing myself with my tea. I didn't have a tea while I was there. You tried one tea and you're like, they don't have the sugar out. They don't have the sugar out, so you have to tell them how much sugar, but then you don't know how much sugar, and then they don't have the half and half out anymore. So it's just like...
I think I tried twice and I had one that was good. I think Hollywood Studios, they made it good.
I replaced mine with Coke for the week. I was fine.
And I did have a Frappuccino once instead of a hot tea.
Yes. All right, questions. Laura, is food hard to get at Disney? I heard you have to use mobile order. So that app is really easy to use. So it's the My Disney Experience app. You have everything linked on there. So you have your reservations, you have your stay, you check into your hotel so you don't have to go to the front desk anymore. You check in and they text you when your room is ready and what your room number is. It'll tell you wait times. It'll tell you if you can get food reservations. It'll tell you, it gives you maps of where everything is. There's a lot more that's on there, but those are the basics that you use it for when you're there every day. And then you can find the restaurant that you're near and you just tap what you want. You go through the menu. It's really easy to do. They text you when it's ready and you go to the line. I mean, if you don't want to stand, who wants to like stand in line? To me, that's the equivalent of like you call your cable service and they're like, hey, we'll call you back when we're ready to talk, so you don't have to wait in line for 40 minutes, you know? So it's the same thing. You're just on your app. Most people are digitally inclined now, so you can do it very quickly.
But also we weren't there at a really busy time, so we didn't have any major waits for food.
Kelly, what is your favorite Disney resort?
I would probably say between the Wilderness and the Contemporary, but those are pricey.
I haven't stayed at the Contemporary since I was a kid, so I don't know that was always my favorite growing up. Like when I think about it, that's my favorite.
Because we would always eat at Chef Mickey's. We would ride the monorail. It was amazing when they were younger.
Right.
And when they were younger, we had to stay in a bigger room because we had so many of them. But now we can stay at a cheaper place because...
Yeah, we don't have to have that big room. I have really enjoyed staying at the Caribbean Beach. It's really spread out, so it's kind of like, not French Quarter, what's the other one? Port Orleans. So I don't know. It just depends.
I don't think
on
that
what...
Port Orleans is that spread out. It's not near as
Not
big
French
as...
Quarter. Port Orleans was. Don't you remember trying to walk to the cafeteria or me just trying
Riverside?
to find... Oh, Riverside. That's what it was.
No, the
it
Port
was
Orleans
like
French
6
Quarter.
miles to
Right.
find anybody in our party. I was like, ugh. We'll just meet you there.
That
We'll
one
meet
was
you
hard.
at the bus.
And I do like the French Quarter, but right now they're not open. And even if they were, I don't know that I would want to stay there over Caribbean Beach because of the Skyliner. The Skyliner saves you so much time.
We walked through the Riviera, the downstairs
Yes.
part.
And
that
we were
very
gonna eat
beautiful.
there one night, but it was basically the same as what our hotel had.
All the resorts, I guess, are our favorite.
We also ate at that like cafeteria thing in our hotel and got pizza. It was not good.
You're just not into that, though. I mean, it was fine
When
for
we
the
went-
price. It was like
when we
$20
went
for a
to,
full pizza and salad, and
When we went
I
to
think that's it.
Disney Springs, you got chicken guy, and you said it was good.
I wanted rice balls, but there was a long wait. Yeah, Alicia, was it difficult to get a reservation to get into the park for all the days you wanted to go? No, so you go on your Disney Experience app and you look at a calendar and it tells you whether it's green or not, and you make the reservation. Super easy. We didn't have any that were blocked out for us. Right now, they're only open, as of right now, they are only open 35% capacity. When we went in October, it was 25%. But really, we lucked out. Like, it was the perfect time for us to go. I think it was slower than it was in October for us. There was no rides that we went on in October that were 5 minutes long. None.
Yeah, a lot of them were, weren't they?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember waiting that much. I mean, we waited for some, but not like. I feel like we waited longer for Rise of the Resistance this time. We definitely waited longer for Tower of Terror. We basically walked right on. What's the other one? Rock and Roller Coaster. I mean, that might have been a 5 to 7 minute wait.
Yeah.
Even though the line was all the way to Tower of Terror, because they have 6 foot distance in between, the next party.
Eeyore, Rose Quilts, I'm curious of your thoughts at Caribbean Beach. We are staying there next year. Which part did you stay in? So we stayed in Martinique. I would recommend, if you can call and try to get into Aruba, I would stay in Aruba.
Yes, because it's closer to both Skyliners. And also, they put us on the second floor, so we were carrying the stroller up and down because they don't have an elevator.
So sleeping baby with a stroller in it.
So if you have a child with a stroller, like,
Even just all your luggage the first day that you get
tell
there.
them that you want a first floor.
They don't have elevators there.
When we went in October, though, we were on a first floor and we were right by the Riviera Skyliner.
Yes. But I liked so the pool was very nice. The rooms were clean. I didn't like the poolside restaurant that was open. It just wasn't my thing.
And I don't like the regular restaurant either. So.
Well, the cafeteria food is pretty standard.
No, but like when we stayed at Port Orleans and Riverside, I thought it was halfway decent.
Okay.
But that's not open.
Teresa, have you ever tried the Thai coconut meatballs at Cook's in the Poly? They are
No.
amazing.
No, we have not been to the Polynesian since she was like young when we went to the luau.
No, I don't remember anything about it. I've heard about their tonga toast. It's delicious. Silver State Stitcher, we are going in May for the first time with our 20-month-old. We want to try a character meal. What character meal did you guys do? Was it fun, worth it with the social distance characters? And best rides for a toddler.
Okay, so supposedly the best character meal is the one at Epcot, the Garden Grill. If you listen to any Disney videos, they tell you to go there. I haven't been there since they were little. Chelsea went a few years ago. She said it wasn't good. But
I didn't like the food choice. It was like
they bring you like a big
home-style
skillet of
meatloaf, turkey. It just wasn't for me after a day of walking around
And I think it's cheaper like than the place that we went at
in 90-degree heat. It was just not my thing.
Hollywood Studios. We do like that Hollywood and Vine. The characters are really cute, and it, like if you go in May, they'll be dressed in their spring clothes.
Beauty and the Beast, we love the food, but only the Beast is there. So
Yeah, and he's
they're
really far away compared to like those other characters come right by where you are.
They're 6 feet away, but they're closer than the Beast. The Beast has one aisle. He goes up and down.
So I would recommend Hollywood and Vine at Hollywood Studios for the best character meal.
If Chef Mickey's is open
Right.
when you're there, or the Grand Floridian's
Park Fair.
Park Fair.
1800
the
Park
food
Fair?
was there. The food there was so good, but it wasn't open this time. But if you're going in May, maybe things will
But
be
that's
open.
the 1800 Park Fair is like the Cinderella,
Cinderella, the Prince
the
Charming,
stepmother, and the
stepsisters. I have
And
a really
Cinderella doesn't come around. She's just outside, and you have to go out there to see her. where the
Well, she came around for
oh
us.
no, not for us. The stepsisters and the stepmother were the only ones that would like they did like the Beauty and the Beast thing when we were there. The Cinderella and her prince walked in and then walked back out, and you had to go out in the hall to meet them.
Oh. He
But
has
they're not open.
a picture, super cute, pre-corona, where one of the stepsisters with their red lipstick, had kissed him on the forehead. It was super cute. He loved their strawberry soup. They have a strawberry soup there that he ate like 4 bowls of it.
They have it someplace else. Somebody else was talking about it.
Best rides for a toddler. Depends on how daredevil your toddler is.
Yes.
He has no fear, so he loves any ride that I put him on. Really anything.
I think he's not the craziest about Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, but I mean, he wasn't
He
like
didn't
crying.
cry or anything.
No, he
But
just like
it wasn't
looked at
like
it
he got off and was crying because he wanted to go back on.
Right. Barnstormer is a really good introductory. That's at Magic Kingdom by Dumbo. Introductory roller coaster if you want to see how they do on a roller coaster.
And he liked driving those little cars this time too.
Oh
The Grand Prix. Is that what it's called?
I think so. It's there's a metal track in it, and you drive along, and
the car bangs side
bang,
to side because
side to side.
the
'cause he
kid can't
doesn't
drive it.
steer, and you try to help him, and he's like, "No, Mom, no."
and he loves Buzz Lightyear and
Yep.
also the other Toy Story at Hollywood Studios.
Toy Story Mania, the Pew Pew. Yes, he loved it all. Like, I can't tell you that there's one thing that he was crying about. He didn't
Getting
really
off
cry.
the ride.
Right. Okay, so trying to get him off the ride, he would hang onto the handlebars, and you'd have to like rip him out of the ride. It was hysterical. No, Mommy, I go wee. Very funny. So I think just test it out. And you can look on the app too to see the height requirements for the ride, so you can know what they're able to ride on. Just measure them at home and you'll see what they're able to ride on.
And if they're a little bit short, buy those light up shoes.
Yep. Kimberly, what is your favorite ride at Disney and Epcot?
At Disney and Epcot. You mean Magic Kingdom and Epcot?
Yeah, probably.
For me at Magic Kingdom, I would probably say Big Thunder Mountain's my favorite.
Big what?
Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh.
And second would be Mine Train. And then at Epcot, I don't know, I'm going to say the land because I just love looking at all the plants.
Mm-hmm. Mine at Magic Kingdom would be Mine Train. I rode it this time, the Space Mountain. But ever since having cash, like something in my brain has triggered, like something, I could hit my head on something. I can't see it in front of me. Something could hit me and I would be incapacitated. Like, so that one freaks me out. It used to be one of my favorites. So Mine Train at Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot, another thing that's triggered in my brain is that test track. Like, you're going 60, 70 miles an hour, like something bad could happen, you know,
Yeah,
just
you're
your
fine.
brain. So I'm going to say Frozen, just because he really likes that. So Frozen and, I mean,
Soarin'.
yeah, I did like Soarin'. Not yet, when we're done. All right.
She got off and she was like, you can smell the dirt.
It was so cool. Leanne, where'd you stay? So we went over that. Did you go to all the parks? Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't the last time, and I wanted to make sure that we were able to this time.
Yeah, last time we only went to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. We planned the trip like the week of and just left and went.
Which parks were the most crowded? Magic Kingdom.
Yes, we said that too. We said we should not be here on a Monday because people start their vacations that day.
But it's still like you
It
compare
wasn't-
it to everything
Right, it wasn't that crowded
that you
but
knew before, which was like wall to wall people. It's not that at all. You can walk, you can push a stroller with ease. Like, it's not that anymore. But for our trip specifically, yes, it was busier. Hey, bud. Joanne, when is the best time of year to visit? Normally?
I would say like February, beginning of March, because then it's not as crowded touristy wise because of spring break and you have good weather most of the time. And
Ruth, we've always been to Disneyland. What tips do you have for first timers to Walt Disney World? She hates humidity, so what's the best time of year to go? What she just said. And the best hotel
the
to
difference
stay.
between February or Disney World and Disneyland is you're gonna walk a lot. I mean, we walked a lot when we were in Disneyland, like 7 miles, but this is more like 10 to 12 miles because the parks are way bigger.
Okay. And do you have any tips for first timers? I'd say plan out your trip, but then just kind of go with it.
And
if things change, just, don't stress.
Get up early, get on the bus, get on the Skyliner, get to the park, get let in early because you're staying at one of the Disney resorts, and ride the bigger rides, get those out of the way, and then spend the rest of your day, waiting in line.
Right. Diane, how was the airplane? Did everyone wear masks?
Bye,
Yes.
guys.
Yes. Yes and yes.
And on the way there, the whole plane was full. On the way back, it wasn't as full, so
Bye.
I empty seat next to me, so it was great.
Okay. Elle Campbell wanted to know, would you consider having a Stitching with the Housewives retreat at Disney World? Maybe like a long weekend, hint, hint.
Yep, we would love it.
We would absolutely love that. But at that point, how do you merge two things that you really love? Do you spend the day stitching or do you spend the day riding the rides?
I say you spend 2 days stitching and 2 days riding the rides.
Oh. How was the monorail during this time? So we didn't go on
it.
that. Where were some of the relaxation spots in the parks where you can take your mask off for a few minutes?
Okay, so we walked by them, but we never went in.
Indiana Jones at
Hollywood Studios is now one.
by Frozen. That restaurant right there is
Yeah.
in Epcot. Magic Kingdom, I don't remember. And I don't remember that Animal Kingdom.
Seeing one there.
I
Oh,
know they have 'em.
maybe back by Big Thunder Mountain and Splash Mountain. I think there's a little area there, but we saw that in October when we were there.
How crowded were the pools at the resorts? So the day that we went, our pool
It was not crowded, but
it was 65.
at night when we were there, they were pretty crowded.
Yep. Because
But we
the parks opened
We weren't in.
or closed early. And did you do any of the scavenger hunts in Epcot this year? The kind where you buy a map and find?
No, because we weren't there during a festival. We were there the week in between.
How do you go about making your Disney reservations? Do you do travel agent or a certain website? I always call Disney directly. I've thought about going through Disney Dreams, is it? Dreams Vacation.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Dreams Unlimited.
So we listened to their
Unlimited.
podcast, Pete's podcast, and we thought about doing it through there, but this time around is just easier for me to call to do it.
But she was on hold a lot.
Oh, the day that they released that it was what days the 50th anniversary started, I waited on hold for an hour the first time, and then it cut off the second time. I had to wait on hold for 2 hours. So Disney doesn't have that thing where they will call you back. So I would recommend that Disney if you haven't already thought of it. What is your favorite land in Magic Kingdom and favorite country in Epcot? I don't know.
I like France and Italy and Epcot. And I would have to say what land is that where Big Thunder Mountain and all that is?
Oh, Frontierland?
Mm-hmm.
Frontierland?
Because that's the Pirates too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more rides over there that I enjoy.
Janelle, what charms did you get and other merchandise? We are going to May to camp at Fort Wilderness. That'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot
I got
of fun.
the ornament for 2021. We got these ears.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as charms goes,
Didn't you get another pair of ears? I thought you got 2 pairs of ears.
did I?
I think
I don't think so. I wanted those blue ones, those like blue velvet ones with the sequin bow, but I didn't buy them. We both got the Toy Story Land charm.
Mm-hmm.
We got I got it's the castle with Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you get?
I got a Forever Castle. We both got the 2021.
Right. And that was it.
And I got a Mickey and Minnie. Yes, I started my new bracelet. Off to a good start.
And the stores on Main Street, did we even go? We
didn't
just
go in
went
the
to
big one.
We had to wait to get into the Pandora store, and I had to wait also at Hollywood Studios. And I told this in our regular Frosty videos that I had 2 charms that were Disney charms that were broken, and I walked in the Pandora store in Hollywood Studios, and I showed them, and they said, I'll replace them for you.
Very,
So,
very nice.
mhm.
As far as other merchandise, we didn't get a lot. I don't know. I wanted the Pandora charm, something I could wear every day versus like a t-shirt. For t-shirts, for Disney t-shirts, we go on Etsy. You can just search Disney t-shirts. If you have a Cricut, you can make it yourself. You can buy Disney SVGs. I gave my Cricut to Bonnie, so it's just easier to buy them. And we found, so before they had like really boxy tees. They've gotten better now where they're fit for women, I would say. All right, and you can get like a whole family t-shirts if you wanted to, matching t-shirts. Cash got his bubble wand. I can't remember. He got, the little Zurg with the ball popper. He got another Toy Story ball. He got a couple things. All right, then Linda, do I have to have reservations for every meal at Disney? It wasn't our experience that you needed to, but if it's a little bit busier.
If you can get them. If you can't, then ask.
Yeah, go there before the restaurant opens. Wait for the hostess to come out right before it opens and ask if you can get on a wait list is the best opportunity if you don't have reservations. Other than that, you'll be eating at quick services. You don't have to have reservations for quick service.
And in our opinion, the one big meal a day like that is probably the same amount as spending for 2 quick service meals, and you're like, gosh, I can't believe I spent that much money to eat that.
Right. Marianne, can you recommend rides for a 2-year-old? My son and daughter-in-law are taking my grandson in April. So again, it depends on how daredevil they are. He rode Mine Train with no problem. He rode Slinky Dog, no problem. He's almost 3 though, so. In October, he was able to go on Barnstormer, and he loved all the other
kiddie rides. Yeah. He likes Pirates of the Caribbean, and
he's a daredevil though. He likes
to go. We went on the Jungle Cruise that time. He liked that.
Yep. And pew pews. He likes like the cannons and Pirates of the Caribbean and whatnot. He liked seeing all the Star Wars land. He thought that was pretty cool. Donna, how do you go about making your Disney reservations, travel agent? So I already answered that. Debbie, how are the parties going now, or are they canceled? No parties right now. I've never been to a party. But
I've been to the Halloween and the Christmas, and I loved them both.
Kim, were there any rides that were closed? What was your favorite park? I love Animal Kingdom.
Yep, the People Mover was closed.
Yeah, I like the People Mover. We didn't go in that Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. We didn't go in that one.
Right.
I don't know that it was closed. We just didn't go on it. Teacups were closed.
Yeah, the teacups were closed.
That was so like weird to me. I've never seen that closed, but they were closed.
What do they call that stuff that they put up? Scrim. They had that Peter Pan's ride all wrapped in that.
But Peter Pan was open.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go through like a restaurant down by Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Harbor House or whatever it's called.
Not Pirates, but Haunted Mansion, and go up these stairs, down these stairs. Like it was a whole thing just for social distancing. They have markers on the ground for where you can stand 6 feet apart. On the curbs for like where you would watch those cavalcades, they have 6 feet apart, like little green markers. I won't say that that's enforced.
And if your mask is down, they will tell you to put it up.
Yep, they will tell you to put it up, like if it's not over your nose.
And we went we were on a ride, and the people in front of us were complaining about not being put with their family because the ride vehicle wasn't big enough. And they must have said something nasty because they had security waiting for them when they got done. So
yeah,
they followed them out of the ride. But we've heard that there's a lot of people that are nasty to the cast members because of them telling them to put the masks on. We don't have a problem doing it because we know that
it's for everybody's well-being, and we're able to go to Disney.
Right.
I don't care if I have to wear a full body mask. I'm going to Disney. All right, so that is all the questions that we have. So in recap, get up early, stay up late, get your money's worth. One big meal a day is what we recommend. Oh, his casket. Help me now. He's getting pretty bossy with this cast thing. Pretty bossy. Did you have fun at Disney World? Did you go fly?
Yes.
Show him how you go fly.
I go fly down.
Yep, he was in the airplane and he said, "Mama, I'm flying." It was the cutest thing ever. He wasn't bothered at all. Oh, on the way there, his ears were bothered. So I was more worried about him wearing the mask than him sucking on a bottle like he should have. So not a bottle, but a sippy, juice. So we made sure to give him some more juice on the way home. His ears were fine once we landed and everything, but he was just in a little bit of a pain.
Mommy's eyes.
Mommy's eyes? These are grandma's eyes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Did you have fun going on the Wii?
Yep.
Did you go with hands in the air?
Yes.
Yeah, now if I drive a little crazy, he goes, Wee!
Well, that's every day.
He got a haircut this week, too.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
Yep.
I don't know. He enjoyed it, and I could tell that it was worth
Mom,
the
I gave up.
experience alone to see
Wait,
how
hey,
excited he
Mommy.
was.
Hey, Mommy.
I will get it. Did you have fun at Disney?
Yes.
Did you have fun seeing Mickey and Minnie?
Yes.
Yes. Who else did you see?
Uncle Buzz walk.
Did you see Jessie? He saw Jessie and Buzz. Jessie is his girlfriend. He loves Jessie. Right? Do you love Jessie?
Mom. Bye, guys.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to add about Disney?
No, I don't. But if you have any other questions, you can put them below, and we can try to answer them in the future. Or if it's something important, we
It's
can
a party.
answer it right away.
Hey, bye,
We had a good
guys.
trip, and the
Bye,
weather was
guys.
good. It did rain
Bye,
one
guys.
morning, really, like thunder and
Oh.
lightning.
Like
That
the lights flickered in the Animal Kingdom day.
Right. So we didn't know what to do. But by the time we got ready, we were probably 15 minutes later leaving that day than we would have left if it wasn't. But we
We
didn't
just
have
put
a
our
problem.
hoods up. We were like, whatever.
We didn't have
can
a
go.
problem getting on the bus. And when we got there, it wasn't raining. And we never had any problem other than that.
But the lines were super good that day because everybody was deterred because of the rain. So
Mhm.
it was
Yeah,
perfect.
but they weren't, though, because that Navi River journey had like a 75-minute wait.
Yeah, but that we know better than to go on that one. We don't like that ride. Do not wait 75 minutes for that ride. I'm going to tell you right now. Do not wait for that.
Yeah, and Starbucks in Animal Kingdom, I think it's called, what is it, Creature Comforts? They have a really good cinnamon roll too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
Yes. And he got to feed the birds. A lot of you are asking what he was laughing about in my Instagram
It was
picture.
like ducks or
Yeah, they were weird birds. He was feeding them. So
some kind of stork, maybe.
he was
They were chasing him around.
The birds get used to people feeding them, so they get super comfortable. And he was
Right.
like, ah!
And he's always covered in food, so they thought, oh, this is a good one.
What a snack.
Bye, guys.
Mine.
Bye, guys.
You really want them to go, huh? You want to play your card game?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you spending your time with us. We hope that you get to plan a trip soon, that
Yeah.
you feel comfortable going, or if you've already had your trip planned, we're super excited for you. Make sure you share that with
And all
us.
you lucky people getting to go to Disneyland that live in California at the end
Yes.
of next month.
Bye, guys.
So we were supposed to go in September. That was our...
A bunch of people said that they would adopt us.
Oh.
So we could go.
Hey, I'm ready. I can change my address.
Bye, guys.
We were supposed to go last September, and then we couldn't, obviously, because of the pandemic. Disneyland was closed. This is the first time that Disneyland is opening since the pandemic started. So a lot of people are eager to get back to work and get back into the swing of things. So we're super excited for them as well.
What's that?
Yes.
We've got a few people that follow us that work at Disney. So
Yes.
hello. All right, and thank you for making everybody's magical dreams come true. You can see how
Bye,
much
guys.
it means to just us,
Bye-bye.
our interactions with cast
Bye,
members.
guys.
Okay, just wait. We're all super positive. We had a really good time with that as well. All right, guys, I think we have to start planning our next trip. So
Bye, guys.
we've got to go.
Bye, guys.
All right,
Bye.
can you blow him a kiss?
Mwah.
Jeez. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.